Alright. Everything is set and everything is going. Hey guys, what's up? I am the Dragon God of Gaming, Damian-D.Dragon, and I'm a little bit late. I overslept, so didn't get to do this last night. Long show. But this is what happened, the roundup for Wrestlemania 35. Now, this is going to be beautiful. Wrestlemania was incredible. And actually, I'm physically and mentally exhausted. Also, I had a bet with Terry, so I'm going to have to be downing this periodically throughout this. So, cheers, buddies. So every 3 matches, I'm gonna try to down some of that. But anyway, first match, we're gonna start from the pre-show on, but I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster because there's a lot of matches on this card. First up, Tony Nese versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship after a running Nese, and actually a very, very good match. Tony Nese prevailed with the running Nese, putting away Buddy Murphy to win his first ever Cruiserweight Championship. I thought that was absolutely stunning. The thing was beautiful. And it just highlighted how good the Cruiserweights were. And I can't believe that after all this time, and I know the light is bad here, guys, so I'm sorry. But I can't believe after all this time, the Cruiserweights are still being used horribly. So, yeah. And I know the light is horrible. Again, bear with me. Let me try it. Hope it does something. There we go. Okay. Next up on the block, the Women's Battle Royal. Now, after a lot of speculation, we were thinking someone like Asuka was going to win. Okay. Now, Asuka was thrown out I believe Asuka was thrown out by Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. So that eliminated who I thought was going to win. But the true biggest person in this match was Ember Moon, who was going on a rampage through this Battle Royal until she was eliminated by Lana. Give women a chance there, WWE. Other than that, everyone was eliminated, and we thought after one last elimination, Sarah Logan was going to win. Apparently not. Carmella, I believe, rolled out the ring, and she came in after a small little scuffle. She was able to super kick Sarah Logan out of the ring, winning the Women's Battle Royal. So Carmella, congratulations there, sweetie. Stop screwing announcers. Okay, next up. I still can't believe this was on the pre-show. Why was this on the pre-show? Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And after a really, one-sided, I'm going to call it a one-sided match, because it was a one-sided beating that the Revival was giving Hawkins and Ryder. Hawkins was able to roll up Scott Dawson and pin the man to give him and Ryder the Raw Tag Team Championships. Now, let me repeat that. Kurt Hawkins rolled up Scott Dawson and pinned the man. So, the Major Brothers are the new Raw Tag Team Championships. Well deserved, by the way. Okay. I believe that was 3, so I can tell you I'm not down this entire damn... I'm not going to be able to down that entire damn thing. I'm taking gulps at a time. Okay. Again, kickoff show, Braun Strowman in the Andre-Dragon Memorial Battle Royal. Now, if I said his name, obviously, you know he won. But how he won was glorious. After, going through man after man after man after man, eliminating people like Heath Slater, Rhino, R-Truth, and everyone else, we got, it was down to the SNL guys, the Hardy Boys, and Braun Strowman. Now, the Hardys were working on eliminating Braun Strowman outside the ring when the SNL guys came out from under the ring, which they hid under at the beginning of the dang match. They rolled in to try to eliminate them. Well, eliminate Braun. And he was able to get free and toss the Hardys out the ring. Now, the first one to get something was Michael Shea. He tried to jump over the ring ropes and tried to eliminate himself. Braun Strowman wasn't having it, punching him in the face and putting him down. Goodbye, funny man. Next was Colin Joust. He tried his antics. He tried to even bring in a therapist to help out Braun Strowman, and Braun murdered the therapist. So, with all that being said, after a little while, Braun Strowman finally got his hand on Colin Joust, picking him up and hurling him over the top rope, landing on a bunch of superstars. I was hoping he was landing on his back, but no. So, Braun Strowman is your Andre-Dragon Memorial Battle Royal winner. Okay. Next up, we had a brief hiatus where hostess Alexa Bliss, which, can I just say, this woman was a chameleon during this during this entire event, switching between, 6 different outfits? Jeez, woman, pick your dang outfit. Good lord. But she came out to start the show off, and she introduces Hulk Hogan. Way to fall in there, WWE. But, again, he tried to make a joke about the Silverdome. We're in MetLife Stadium. Man. But after that, the show officially kicked off. But walking straight past Alexa and Hulk Hogan very angrily was an angry Paul Heyman, which came to a surprise to everyone in attendance and myself that Paul Heyman wanted the Universal Championship on first so he could easily just get in and get out because he wasn't part of the main event. So, Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar was first, which, again, I don't understand, but they were first. And after a small beating before the bell, well, a big beating before the bell rings, obviously suplex. We were thinking that Seth was going to win. Well, Seth Rollins was going to lose. Until he pushes Brock Lesnar into the ref. One low blow later, he's on his knees. 3 stomps into it. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I called it the same day WrestleMania came on. Seth Rollins is your new Universal Champion. So, that is a beautiful sight. Alright. Wait, hold on. Okay. That was 3. I'm not gonna get through this entire damn thing. I'm gonna have a stomachache before the end of this. It's going. Alright. Next up, everything was going pretty good. Next up, I believe, was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Now, Styles versus Orton was a pretty good back and forth match. Obviously, when you have Styles and Orton in the same ring and doing their thing, it's going to be beautiful. A technical match, if I ever see one. Counter for counter. Randy Orton got a RKO in there. Of course, why wouldn't he get an RKO in there? It's Wrestlemania. He's going to get an RKO in there. But the whole thing in the match was that AJ Styles had to, avoid the RKO. You gotta think, that man can hit that thing from anywhere. So, a lot of times he couldn't use springboard techniques, even having to back out of one, going for a springboard forearm, the phenomenal forearm, and jumping back down to the apron because Randy Orton got up and went to jump and grab him. But after a lot of shenanigans, Styles finally hit the phenomenal forearm for the 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles pinned Randy Orton. Alright. Next up, we go to the Blue Brands tag team, which, again, don't know why the Raw Tag Team Championships were on the show. But the Usos versus The Bar versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. The match was beautifully executed. As I said, when you have people like Cesaro and Sheamus in the same ring with someone like Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, a lot of heavy hitters, then you have the high-flying antics and, quick styles of the Usos and Ricochet and Aleister Black. It just works. It works. And they just did a thing of beauty in the match. Yeah, it was all over the place, but signature, maneuver after maneuver after maneuver. It was a close call for everyone. But the closest being Ricochet and Aleister Black, which after a very good 630 cannonball, we thought Ricochet and Aleister Black had it won. No. The Usos won after pinning Sheamus after a double Uso splash. So, still, your champions, the Usos. Okay. Shane McMahon versus The Miz, best in the world, the best in the world beating, balls count anywhere. And he was right, it was a best in the world beating. Because, start out the match, Shane McMahon, he was pretty good, and he was pretty good. He had The Miz at a distance, doing that outboxer style that he's trying to do, which I can tell you guys that it's not that far off from regular MMA, but then again, he doesn't have his hands up, he doesn't know what he's doing, and obviously, it just, please stop, Shane. Now, after all of this, he tried to keep on running away from The Miz. And eventually, The Miz's dad had enough. While he had Miz laying on the table, going for one of his signature elbows through the table. The Miz's father stepped up, got in the ring, and then got his behind kicked by Shane McMahon, which then prompted Miz to give him the beating of his life. Beating him all around the ring, and one of the signature moments of the night, after beating him up into a technical area with high scaffolding, you gotta think it's gonna be a big building. You have to get cameras somewhere. Suplexes him off a high scaffold down into a wooded area, and for some reason, Shane McMahon landed on The Miz, pinning The Miz, so Shane McMahon beat The Miz. We didn't get it neither. We were only going to be doing sips of this thing. So I think I'm in the clear at the moment. I'm still gonna do it. Alright, next one. The Women's Tag Team Championship match. The Balls and Hug Connection, the champions, versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus the Iconics versus Nia and Tamina. Now, there was a lot of matches, so I'm just reading off the matches because gonna need to. But after, well, dismantling Nia and Tamina, because of course we had to make sure that the big girls couldn't do anything during the match. We had a pretty good lengthy back and forth between the Boss Hog Connection and Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and then the Iconics, you know, they're being the Iconics. But after Beth Phoenix hit the Glam Slam onto Bayley, I believe that it was Billie Kay who, I think it was, no, it was Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce pushed, or knocked out Beth Phoenix. No. Sorry. Beth Phoenix had a Glam Slam off the top rope, but Billie Kay tagged her, which she threw Beth Phoenix out the ring and pinned Bayley. So your new women's tag team champions, the Iconics. Oh, out of everyone, we're not hearing the end of this. Now, the match of the night, which me and Tilly both wanted to watch, and we both loved to death. The WWE Championship match. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Now, this was a long, very good match. After, big move after big move, trading it back and forth, hitting their signature, it came out to the point where Kofi Kingston was being, blocked from Daniel Bryan, from Rowan. Obviously, Big E and Xavier Woods had to take care of the big man, so they did, with the Midnight Hour on the side. Now, after getting in, Daniel Bryan looked like he had it won for a bit. And then Kofi Kingston started getting into it. He started feeling it. And he had him set up. Now, Toby kind of ruined this for me at the last moment. But Trouble in Paradise, turning Bryan inside out, putting him down on his head. 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston is the new WWE champion. That is not a line I thought I would be saying. So, holy crap. Congratulations, Kofi Kingston. You have earned that championship. Now, the SNL guys got checked up. Got checked up on. And this was actually very, very funny. They were talking crap, obviously, to each other. Colin Jones said how much of it was Michael Shea's fault, but obviously Michael Shea wasn't having any of it, saying that if he just kept his big mouth shut, none of this would have happened. Which he was right. All he needed to do was shut the hell up. Now, the doctors turned out to be the New World Order, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Now that was funny. Hey, yo. And the funniest line of the night. Shall we start with the prostate exam? And these guys looked at each other like, alright. 'Cause Terry, I'll do the rest of it off camera, but I think I took well more than enough. It was about to up to about right here. Now it's down here. Jeez. Next up, the United States Championship match between Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio. It was a 1 minute beating, which Rey Mysterio jumped Samoa Joe on his head and then set him up for the 619, hitting the 619. And, well, he hit the actual kick of the 619. Now, landing, he basically went for one of his signature, twin leg up bulldogs, and Samoa Joe put him on his butt when he did this, flipped him up, put him on his butt. Coquina clutch, put Rey Mysterio to sleep under 1 minute. What happened? I thought the whole thing was for Dominic and all that stuff. No, a 1 minute beating. Apparently Rey's injuries was a little more severe than we thought. So, sorry there, Ray. Sorry. Okay. Next up, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Roman Reigns and McIntyre are two very hard-hitting men. They're going to be trading blows back and forth. Now, the true turning point in the match was when Drew McIntyre slapped Roman Reigns and kind of fired up the big dog, going out of his way just to hit as much as he can against the Scottish psychopath, and then eventually ending it off with one Superman punch. Well, he went for a Superman punch, missed, went against the ropes, Superman punch one more time, putting the Scottish psychopath down. Went into the corner, speared him out of his shoes. One spear later, Roman Reigns beat Drew McIntyre. Wasn't the best match in the world, but it got what it needed to get done. So, congratulations, Reigns. Now, the Elias segment. No one thought that this was going to be the way it happened, but it happened. He was just talking crap, as always. It's Elias. And then we heard the old music. The Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, came out, did his banter. Obviously, if you guys don't know what John Cena, says, hold on. Can I just put it?
Come on! I could put some stank on it.
We're going 2002. The Doc's in the house. This is absolutely. And he's pulled the babe's number.
Now that music was actually pretty cool. But John Cena kept on, making the weird assessments. And the funny thing is, when he came, he bought out a bag of pistachios and was like, "You like my nuts, but you have more hair on it. Your face is like my nuts, but you have more hair on it than mine." It's like, jeez. So John Cena's back with the Doctor of Thugonomics. Now that was very weird. Okay. Next, Triple H versus Batista. No holds barred. This match looked absolutely beautiful and brutal. Now, the beginning of the match, obviously Batista had the small upper hand until a few minutes in, where he threw a toolbox at Batista. Using not only a wrench to almost break his hand. Good man. And then putting a chair on him, sitting down, taking pliers and ripping the nose ring out of Batista's nose. Why? And before that, using a chain and ripping and tearing at the face of Batista. Now, obviously, steel stairs came into play. Batista bomb, power bomb, and DDT'd Triple H into him. Obviously, the sledgehammer came into play a couple times, and the pedigree couldn't put him down either. Batista had thought that he had Triple H where he wanted him, and I am about to get sick. I cannot drink any more of that water. I've been downing that thing with reckless abandon. So sorry, Timmy. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting sick on camera for you. But, Ric Flair from ringside threw in something, which was a sledgehammer to Triple H, which was the other one from the underneath the ring, and threw it into Triple H, which the original one that Triple H brought in, which he didn't get to use, Batista had. And Batista got into a small little fight with Ric Flair, exchanging words, turned around, Triple H jumped off the steel steps, driving into his temple. One more pedigree later, Triple H had defeated Batista. It's a good man. Brutal match. Holy crap. I'm going to go through this very fast because it still upsets me to this day. Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. After a small little match and where we thought Kurt Angle was going to win, we all wanted him to win. Baron Corbin not only was his last opponent, but he pinned the damn man after the end of days. So anticlimactic. That's not the way that man should have gone out. And it's a shame. One of the last up before, I believe, the main event is Intercontinental Championship match between Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley, which Bobby Lashley was the champion. It was a fine match, obviously. Well, we got the demon Finn Balor. So, obviously, I don't know what was wrong or what contacts Bobby Lashley was using, but it looked like he was a mutated freaking steroided jock. Because he had green, glowing stuff in his eyes. Like, what the heck? Balor came out the gate strong, and the highlight of the match was Bobby Lashley's spear through the ropes. And he got another spear in the ring. Well, we thought it was over. Finn Balor kicked out. After a small little back and forth, Balor finally got him set up for the coup de grace. Hit it. 1, 2, 3. The Demon is now the Intercontinental Champion. So congratulations, Finn Balor. You got back after getting pinned one more time for that Intercontinental Championship. Please let the man have it and let the man defend it. Because we're tired of seeing big men holding that title. Let the actual workhorse be a freaking workhorse. Next, the winner take a Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship match between the man Becky Lynch, the Queen Charlotte Flair, and the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey. Now, the match was okay. Obviously, just standard affair, what you would think. That Ronda came out the gate pretty strong, attacking Becky Lynch. They both were having none of Charlotte, so most of the match she spent outside the ring. Well, she's had a couple moves of her own, even a natural suction on both of them, a spear on both of them, and tying up Ronda Rousey in the ring post and doing a figure 4 leg lock around the ring post. So that's a thing that she does now. Kick out over kick out. Charlotte had Ronda being pinned. Becky Lynch broke it up. Becky Lynch had Ronda being pinned. Charlotte broke it up. Ronda had both of them pinned. They respectively broke up their respective pins. So it was a respectable back and forth. But it wasn't until nearing the end of the match, after they disposed of Charlotte Flair through a table, that Ronda went for a Piper's Pit. Her Samoan drop driver, whatever she wants to call it. and putting Becky Lynch into the floor. Apparently, Becky Lynch switched her hips around, pinning Ronda Rousey. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, via pinfall on Ronda Rousey. And ladies and gentlemen, that was it. The closing point of the match. Becky Lynch holding up both of the championships match, world championships, as Ronda Rousey easily pissed off walks away. Charlotte Flair crying. Wrestlemania was beautiful. And that is it for the WrestleMania 35 card. Hope everyone enjoyed. It was a feel-good night. We had very big changes in the roster. We had a good moment. We have a lot of good moments, and hope everyone enjoyed. Tell us what you think down in the comments below. Can't wait to hear from you guys. But anyway, as an opponent, I would finish that water, but again, my stomach is turning on me, and I have another video to do afterwards, so I can't just get sick at the moment. So, Tui, I believe I downed a good amount. Good man. We had a drinking challenge on this one, so. He wanted me to down alcohol. I told him no. My body don't react good with that. Now, for the record right now, WrestleMania 35 is in the books. Money in the Bank is next month. So, yeah. Also, I did want to point out one more thing before we end off. That I'm going to be doing Let's Plays on the channel as well. So, tomorrow I'm going to be starting that. So, if you guys want to come and see me and some of my gameplay, for those of you that are probably not too familiar with me and my channel, I'm going to be doing a Let's Play tomorrow. Still haven't decided which game I'm going to be doing. But it's going to be a surprise to everyone. But on my channel, I'm not very PG. But on here, I'm going to have to be. So, yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. And tell me what you guys think, guys. But anyway. My stomach hurts. I'm sorry. But good gaming, happy hunting, and I'll see all you Dragon Link back inside the world of WrestleMania. Hope you guys enjoyed today, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Damian Dragon action. Peace. Have a great day, guys.